Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown in Moultrie, Georgia with Commodity Consulting with some commodity comments. It's about 1 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday. Markets are fairly muted, although we're getting some recovery in some of the markets, so let's get right to it. Today's the last day of the month, and oftentimes these traders will level up their positions. The ones that are short buy back, the ones that are long sell out to some extent. The big funds sort of do that as a way of window dressing, and then they come right back in the very next day. So sometimes we have some volatility, sometimes we don't. Looks like today is one of those days that we won't have much volatility. Cotton today is down, really unchanged. It's like 85.10, pretty much unchanged from yesterday's close. Of course, we continue to look at the fact that December is higher than March, and we're thinking that the market's suggesting some concern, even with the Georgia crop, that these textile mills on the East Coast prefer a nice grade of cotton, and it looks like the grades are, the quality of the cotton crop may not be as what they want, and so this is a reflection of that quality deficiency more than quantity. In the grains today, there's more talk about cold weather. It's going to be about 10 degrees below normal in most of the Midwest. I guess that does start the more talk about the frost. And of course, we are not expecting any type of major frost on the crop. We've never seen that in 30 years. Certainly Minnesota and some of the fringe states can get a heavy dose of frost and affect it. But if that happens, if we were to have a frost as deep as, half of Michigan, half of Wisconsin, Minnesota, the Dakotas, I think that would certainly throw a wrench into the grain wheel, if you will. Right now, Sep corn almost got back to $5 today. December corn's up 1 cent, about $4.80. Wheat is trying to rally. It's up 8 cents. We've talked about that in the past, that the wheat typically starts to bottom this time of year and inches up as corn is preparing itself for its own harvest and ought to inch down, so to speak. So looks like to me those wheat corn spreads might be a way to do some good hedging. Grains today, beans rather, are up 1 cent in new crop. Of course, the bean crop's further delayed than the corn crop, more susceptible to the frost, I suppose. But right now the temperatures are ideal out there. They're getting rain. It's 75 degrees. Looks pretty good for that. And so beans really don't know whether to rally or to break. So we did go under $12 in beans yesterday. Right now we're right above $12. So we'll just have to see how that closes out. Energy's up today on an energy report showing less crude oil in stock, and they were also waiting on the Federal Reserve's comment today on whether they're going to taper stimulus or not. If you have any questions or comments, give us a call, 1-800-910-1910. Thanks for listening.